Seth Seaman back with another powerful message. I just want to start out by saying I had the pleasure of opening 2 gifts this morning. I opened my eyes, and by me opening my eyes, it let me know that my purpose here on earth is not fulfilled yet, because I'm still here. I just want to first let you guys know that I love y'all, man. So many people go on throughout their days, and they sometimes wonder, man, does anybody love them? If you're watching this video, I want you to know that I love you, because you are hearing the truth come out of my mouth, and it's specifically for you. I do this to glorify God, but I want His truth to be bestowed in each one of you guys, so that y'all can experience the love that I have experienced. Does that make sense? I wasn't going to speak about this today. I was going to speak about it very soon, but not today. But God said go ahead and do it today. So I just want to start out by saying there are so many things that some of us deal with. And we maybe have a brother or sister that is struggling with one thing, but we judge them for that one thing that they're dealing with, whenever we are still struggling with so many things of our own. That sometimes the things that we are struggling with, the person that is struggling with that one thing has probably already conquered it because of who Jesus is. So I'm gonna speak out of Matthew chapter 7, verse 1 through 5, and I need you guys to listen to this very carefully. Chapter 7, verse 1 says, and I want you guys to know that this is Jesus speaking. He was telling His disciples this. He was teaching His disciples this. So this is straight from Jesus' mouth. Verse 1. Judge not, that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye? Verse 5. Hypocrite. First remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Okay. If that didn't speak clearly to you, then I'm here to break it down for you. Verse 1, judge not that you not be judged. It's plain and simply said. If you don't want to be judged by God for what you're doing, don't judge nobody else. For one, you're not the judge. And for two, most of the time you have no room to speak. We are all sinners and we all struggle. Verse 2, for with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. However we judge somebody else, God's going to judge us the same way, the same measure. But it's going to be by God. It's going to be a lot more embarrassing. It's going to be a whole lot more conviction. It's going to suck. Trust me, it's going to suck. Verse 3. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? How can we look at the very tiny speck in somebody else's eye? How can we look at one person's struggle, their one struggle that they're dealing with, whenever we have a plank in our eye? A plank being a lone, thin, flat piece of timber. How can we look at a splinter in somebody else's eye whenever we have a whole board in our eye? How can we struggle with 6 different things, but point out the one struggle that one person struggles with? Most of the time, what we struggle with, they probably never struggled with or have already conquered it. Verse 4. Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye? How can we tell somebody else we can help them with their struggle, their one struggle, whenever we can't even help our own self with the struggles that we're dealing with? We must first conquer the struggles that we're dealing with so that we can help that one person with their one struggle or their two struggles. How can we help somebody with the struggle whenever most of the time, majority of the time, I know for a fact because I used to do this, how can we help somebody else with their one struggle whenever we never even struggle with that? Verse 5. Hypocrite. Jesus told his disciples, if you do this, if you judge, you are a hypocrite. If we judge whenever we are still struggling with our own struggles, we are such a hypocrite. That is a hypocrite. Jesus told his disciples that. Jesus said it. First remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Again, if we remove the plank from our eye, if we conquer all of our struggles, it will be so much easier for us to help somebody else with their struggles. For one, we've most of the time already been through it, and we've already conquered that struggles, and we know how we conquered it. So therefore we can help that person dealing with that one or two struggle, that splinter in their eye, because we know how we did it. So we can explain to them, set the example, explain to them how we did it. And most of the time, once we've already done it, they'll listen to you because for one, you set the example, and for two, you conquered it. You did it, so they're going to want to know, how did you do it? Trust me, I know for a fact. I know for a fact because there have been many people that have come to me, Seth, how have you done it? How have you done it? Because they seen that I conquered it. I set the example. God is good, and if you lay your hands and lay your life in His hands, He will. He definitely will conquer those struggles through you so that you can help others conquer their struggle. Can I just say that your life is never gonna get any better, until you stop pointing out everyone else, their flaws and what they're doing. Stop paying attention to how bad they struggle and what they struggle with, and start paying attention to what you struggle with. Life is never going to get any better until you start worrying about yourself, your flaws, and what you struggle with. Your life is never going to get any better if you keep on judging others for what they're doing, and you're doing wrong yourself. That's what God says. He is judge. That's why we cannot judge others, because we still have our own struggles. Judge yourself from now on. Whenever you go to judge somebody else, judge yourself from now on. I just want to let you guys know that I used to be a big one for that, and still to this day I still struggle tiny with it. It's still hard. We never stop growing as Christians. We never stop growing. God is steadily stretching us. Steadily stretching us. I still struggle with it too sometimes, man. Sometimes I'll go to judge and I have to remember, I'm not the judge. God, please forgive me. There are so many times that we get caught up in what somebody else is doing and we stop focusing on us. We can't do that, you guys. We cannot do that. Jesus said it clearly. We cannot do that. So as I freely received, I freely give. I want you guys to hear the same message that I heard. I want you guys to know the same truth that I know. I just want you guys to know that as I make these videos, I'm a human too. I'm not perfect. I'm just a sinner that has been saved by Jesus, living in this world, and just trying to fulfill my purpose that He has put me here for. I'm just trying to be a reflection of who He is. God said that the walk would be extremely hard, but He would always be with us. He would be our strength. He would guide us daily. Jesus has changed my life so much. He has took this broken vase, this horrible, ugly vase, and He has put it together the way that He wanted it to be, so that He could shine through it. He's still working on me, you guys. There's still a lot I deal with. But there's also a lot that I've conquered. And for those things that I have conquered through Jesus, I want to help you guys do the same. That's why I'm here. That's why I do this. Like I said, I do this to glorify God, but I also want to help you guys. I want you guys to know the truth. Told y'all in my last video, I want what's come out of my mouth to be the truth, so that you guys will know the truth. So that I'm not another Christian that people can just look at and not see the light shine. I want people to look at me and see the light shine. A lot of people look at Christians and they don't see Jesus. They don't see Jesus. I want people to look at me and see a reflection of Jesus Christ, so that I can say, whenever they ask me, how? I want my response to be God. But like I said, you guys, I'm not perfect. I'm aiming for it. I'm striving for it. I'm striving to be just like Jesus. But I still have my own struggles. I still struggle with trying to hold on to the wheel sometimes and drive and go where I want to go, instead of just letting go and letting Jesus drive. He's a good driver, a very good driver. Sometimes I'm over there yanking the wheel, like, no, I want to go this way, I want to go this way. Whenever he just says, "Urge, stop," he hits them brakes. Stop. I'm the driver, I'm the pilot. You're just a co-pilot. You just basically do what I want you to do. We're His servants. I hope you guys learned something from this message, man, because I know it spoke to me loudly. Like I said, I wasn't even going to share this message, but God said, freely receive and freely give. So I did. I obeyed my Father. Again, I want you guys to know that I love y'all, man. I love y'all so much. So much. And if you don't believe me, get in contact with me, find out who I am, so I can show you the love that I have bestowed inside me. Jesus is so good, you guys. Again, I pray that this message helped y'all. And I hope you guys start working on y'all's own struggles, y'all's own flaws, and stop looking at everybody else's. Walk with Jesus, you guys, and never give up.